Okay, welcome back to Tony's Board Life. I'm Tony, of course. So I wanted to get into my new play. And for those that are you looking for the SPQR to play through, I've got it next. It's up. It's up. But I wanted to play Dawn of the Zeds, kind of take a little break. It's by favorite designer, one of my favorite designers, Herman Luttman. Great job on the solo games. Does a phenomenal job. It's solo games. This is a third edition. I got this with the Kickstarter and the expansions. So I have plenty of cards, plenty of things to do. So what I want to do with this game, or this video, is kind of do the setup. So there is a particular way that you have to do the setup. And kind of going through... excuse me. Kind of going through with this is... there are multiple levels, all the way up to level 5, which is the hardest level. And I'm just going to go in order. I have already done the basic game. That was just to remind myself of how the rules played. I've played this once or twice, and I just wanted to redo that. So I'm actually going to play level 1, and my goal is over the next, who knows, couple months, maybe over the next year, is to make it all the way up and to go up to level 5. What I'm telling myself is I have to move to the next level. I have to beat that current level. So we may be stuck on a couple levels every once in a while, because this game, like all of Herman's good solo designs, are definitely yeah, they're definitely a fun time. So basically, this is going to be the introduction and setup. So I've already kind of set up a few things already. Whether we use them all or not, I just want to have these. So we have our actions, which are right here. So each turn, each player gets an action. Then we get a few random actions, a random number of actions, which are on the cards to go through. Sometimes we do have to feed our people supplies. We can shoot, but we do have to have ammo. So with that, so for levels 1 through 4, roll 2 dice. Okay, so I got 2 dice here. Hey, this is the way I got this set up. Looks like it'll be perfect. Okay, so roll 2 dice. Supplies equals 2 dice. If you roll a 2 and a 5, you would get 7. So place the supply trick. So we're gonna roll. I got a 4. That's not good on a 12-sided dice. Yep. Okay, that's not good on 12-sided dice. Okay, ammo. Let's 4. Okay, so I'm starting off with 4 ammo and 4 supplies. I'll put the affection marker on number 1 on 0. Place the regulars in the Zeds cup. I got my regulars in the Zeds cups here. And I need to grab the Super Zeds. Now, the Super Zeds are horrible creatures. I got them somewhere. Where are they at? Oh, here we go. So they are horrible creatures. They're harder to hit. So let's see. All the Super Zeds here go into another. There we go. And that one, and that one, and that one. Okay, so I've got my Super Zeds all into this. So these are the harder ones to kill. And so basic game, you didn't play with them. The advanced game, you do. So yeah, that's pretty good together on that one. So okay, so shuffle the fate cards together and place them face down. Now we're only going to use, if you look, there's blue here. We're only going to use the blue cards because level 1 you only use the blue cards. So we're just going to shuffle these up. These are the fate cards. We're just going to shuffle them up. Real good. Do a cut. And then I'm just gonna put them right here for right now. I'll put them over here when we get done with this setup. Okay, each game begins with 4 hero cards associated with the level of playing. So again, we're level 1, so we're using all the blue cards. Okay, blue cards right here. And there are some, there's 3? I thought there was 4. No, there are some civilian corps or heroic civilians. So those, we'll put those separately. Okay, so place one. Each player chooses one hero. In solo, you choose one. Now we have a lot of different ones here. We have Miss Mary Hauser. Now this was an expansion. Mr. Johnson. He has great stockpiling abilities. Bouncing Betty. Can't use gunfire, but usually they work out really well with the car, with hand-to-hand combat, traffic control. Captain Piazza is one of my favorite because she has great range capability. So when we get to it, there is a CTR if you take a look at fact. So in this case, she can move 5, which is a great thing. And if she's 2 spaces away, she rolls on the forward 4 chart, which basically you get 1 hit for a 5 or a 6. We have Sheriff. Sheriff is strong, and his gunfire is great, and he can do a long attack. And then you have Deputy Schmidt. So I get to choose one, and then randomly additional heroes for a total of 4. There's always going to be 4 heroes in a game, no matter what. Always 4. So what I'm going to do, I am going to take Captain Piazza. So this is who I am taking. So let's go ahead and read her backstory. The only girl in a family with 7 brothers living in Window Rock, Arizona, where her father worked as a government liaison with the Navajo Tribe Authority. Her desert upbringing was Maria Piazza's invitation to learn to shoot. And shoot she did, winning a number of regional competitions and performing as a trick shot artist. When an army recruiter approached her, as she cradled her latest trophy in her arms, she saw a chance to put her talents to service for her country. A dedication her father had instilled in her Navajo friends and taught her how to move with stealth and quickness. And this talent, too, assured her the fast track to the military scout sniper. Able to shoot and scoot, finding new positions quickly from which to make new shots after seeing service various parts of the world, she was reassigned as an instructor at West Point. This suited her as it gave her time to pursue her other great interest in crafting beautiful jewelry in the Navajo way. She felt she had found her niche in life as an artist and teacher. One day, orders arrived detaching her special duty to the government lab in a place called Farmingdale. She had no idea what the duty might be, and she hated to leave the point, but in the Army, orders are orders. Okay, so this is Farmingdale. So Captain Piazza is going to be my chosen one. I will, have these so you guys can see them. So we'll grab her little thing here. So this is Captain Piazza. And for right now, we're just going to do this so we can see. So Captain Piazza, we're going to put her in the town center. Now, I have to choose 3 more. So we're going to do this. Oops, that's not supposed to be in there. We're going to choose this by die roll. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're just going to lay them out. And we are going to roll. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, Sheriff Hunt. Okay, so Sheriff Hunt. Sheriff Brent Hunt is the hometown hero who went out to see the world and returned a hero. His charismatic leadership energy emerged early as he became a high school football star and captain of the local high school team. Seeking adventure, he left Farmingdale to join the Navy there, where his physical prowess and skills led him to special forces. As such, he participated in clandestine missions around the world. Though he primarily in the Middle East, wounded in battle, he left the Navy to return for Farmingdale to recover, regaining his strength and fitness. And looking for something to do, he ran for sheriff and won easily. Lately, he has been making numerous trips to Washington, D.C., leading some in the town to suspect that he never really left the government service. and may still be involved in black ops. When questioned by a local reporter, though, he simply smiled and said, "Well, there's a congressional election coming up and I'm exploring possibilities." So we get him and his leadership ability. So his leadership ability, once per action phase, he may spend his leadership action marker to give one civilians or refugee unit in a space on or next to him one free action. Place leadership marker on this card to keep track. Okay. So let's go ahead and, so where's his little standee? So this is his standee right here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a reroll. And of course I rolled a 6. 1, so we have Deputy Schmidt. Deputy Robert Schmidt was raised in St. Thomas and spent a better of a month in his youth climbing local mountains, wandering the forest, even exploring an old mine. It came to no surprise when he earned his Boy Scout badge. The wilderness seemed to be a second home. Filled with initiative, he also sought ways of servicing his community. He became a big brother, junior council member, and performed other acts of community service. After graduating high school, he enlisted in the Army and became an MP, serving with military police, serving with distinction in Iraq and Afghanistan. When he was honorably discharged, he immediately returned to Farmingdale, where his police experience made him a natural run for sheriff. He lost the election to Hunt, who quickly hired him as deputy and right-hand man. Schmidt conceded that this gave him more time for community projects, teaching martial arts, and for the wanderings he so enjoys. Okay, so his leadership initiative ability is once per action phase, he receives a character action to spend only on his unit. Place the initiative marker on the card keep. So he can do basically 2 actions without using any of the other actions. Okay. So Deputy Schmidt. He can his couple other abilities. He's really good at hand-to-hand combat. And what's the other thing? He's tough, so every time he does receive a hit, he can roll to see if it misses or not. So we have Captain Piazza, we have Sheriff Hunt, and we have Deputy Schmidt. Okay, so now we've got 4 left here. 5 and 6 are rerolls. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, Mayor Hernandez. Okay. So now we'll just take these and put these to the side because we have them. Mayor Hernandez, he gets a couple extra things here. So Enrico Hernandez was born soon after his father, MD, and his mother moved to a research geneticist, emigrated to Boston from Costa Rica, and became a U.S. citizen. Inheriting his parents' brilliance, he graduated summa cum laude from Harvard Business School. He worked 4 years, managed various biotech firms, until he founded his own company called Cryotechnics, in order to develop and patient in the discoveries of genetic engineering made by his mother. Persistent rumors hinted that the company had contracts with the Department of Defense to investigate genetic alterations for creating super soldiers. But Hernandez consistently and firmly denied it. When his parents died in an automobile accident, he sold Chromotechnics and moved to Farmingdale, where he ran for mayor and won. The opposition claimed he used his millions to buy the election, but whatever the truth is, he became a respected and effective mayor, combining personal charm, eloquence, and proven managerial skills. He gets a mayoral speech and the Citadel, which if we need to get to them, we will. Ooh, oh, crud. Shit. Oh, that's where Captain Piazza went. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the mayor out here. So we have our 4 civilians, or there's 4 player characters. Now we will need to figure out who our heroic civilians are. We randomly select one. Okay, examine. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3. So I have not played with the Savior Core. So then we'll put these aside over here. So the Savior Core, let's take a look at this. So when the Zeds appeared, the soldiers of the Savior Corps abandoned their bell ring and donation boxes to provide a much-needed aid and comfort to the victims of the undead rampage. Under the stalwart leadership of General Margaret Stanton, the organization is proving that charity begins at home and has opened their Farmingdale warehouse to provide supplies for the destitute and the newly homeless, used to serve the disaster areas anywhere in the world with faith and courage. The Savior Corps also provides medical assistance, setting up first aid field stations to bolster the efforts of the hospital and doctors. While not soldiers in combat, the spirited duty of the Savior Corps displays more than enough to foster hope, courage where is needed the most, which, in the end, can be more important than bullets. Okay, so, here we go. When they interplay, you immediately gain 2 supplies. So that's nice. So we're up to 6 supplies. Emergency preparedness. During each eat phase, add +1 to your die roll when rolling for supply consumption. And we'll get into that in a little bit. Okay, so once per action phase, this unit may spend its field med station action and one supply to perform one heal action to any unit on or adjacent to its space, including itself. The field mission med station marker on this card to keep track of when you have an ability. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull out the Savior Corps. There we go. So we've got our heroes. The heroes are now set up. We don't need to do the research so now we need to build the event deck. So let's go ahead. These are heroes that I've not used. So we will set these up here. I'll get their markers here up in a minute here on them because they do take a little while to find through. So I'll do that off camera. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up the event deck. And there are like 3 end cards. So there's the end cards. There is level 4 cards. Level 3 cards. Well, not levels, but like kind of acts. Yeah, 3 act 2 cards. So think of this like a cheesy B movie. And then 1 cards. So we're going to build this up, and there are directions in the setup booklet here for the deck construction. So long co-op or standard. Let's just do the standard or short solo game. Standard solo game. So we're going to do the standard solo game. So, okay, so we need to do... So the way it works out is we kind of do it backwards. So we choose 1 end card, and I don't know what it is, and I won't peek at any of these. So I'm just going to shuffle these up. Okay, and let's take from the middle. So that's our end card. And then I take these, and I put these in the box. Okay, perfect. And then I will take 4... Yep. So this will be a total of, so I have to have the brains card, and then I have to have 3 of the act 4s. So we're just going to shuffle them up here. Okay. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have 4 cards there. This one goes back in the box. And then we just shuffle these up real good. Okay. Oh, and those brain cords are horrible, by the way. Absolutely horrible. Okay, so we need the brains card. There's that one. And then we will need 4 out of these 5. Now, I do have an expansion, so I think that gives me actually 1 or 2 extra cards. In this case, I bet it's just 1 card. So in this case, I am just going to, since there's 5 cards, we're going to cut this card. This card goes into the box. Even if I looked at it, I don't know these cards. I don't have them memorized. I don't have that good of a memory. So, okay. Again, with the Act 2 cards, I need 6. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 cards here. So we will... So the whole idea is to survive the whole deck. So this is your standard, in that case it's your standard State of Siege game. But in this case it's not, there's a lot more to it. Okay, so we're going to flip him over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 2 cards go back into the box. And then we shuffle these up. Oop. So I figure when I do the other ones, I won't go through all this because this is kind of showing you unless there's something different. Now, there are no brains for Act 1, and I just need 3 out of these cards. So let's go ahead and shuffle. Okay, we'll do a cut. 1, 2, 3. Vent deck is taken care of. The rest of these go back. Okay, so our goal is to survive this deck. Now, when you go up to different levels, there are definitely more cards added and things like that. So you know what? We'll put our event deck right here so we can see it. Our fate deck is going to go right here. Okay, I kind of like the way this goes. This looks okay. We'll see when I go through. So now I have to, where's my, oh, that civilian doesn't go in there. Do I have all the civilians in here that are supposed to be in here? Just making sure, yeah. Okay, good. Now there are some cards that add to the game, things like that. So what I got to do is I got to put, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. So whenever there's like a yellow box around here, I have to put a civilian unit on there. So we're just going to start with that there. So we go through here, up here, there, and there, and then the last civilian is actually in the town center. Okay, now I also need to put what are called defiant markers. So these are the people that are saying, I'm not gonna go, I don't need to go out. This isn't gonna matter. We're gonna stay here. Oh, now, once they do get attacked by a Zed, and if you don't know what Zeds are, they're zombies. They are no longer defiant and they can move. Here, and one more. Here, okay. There we go. Oh my God, my bird's going crazy upstairs. Okay, so that's that setup. Now I will need to place my Zeds in each of the start spot, and that's randomly drawn. Not the Super Zeds. That's only when I get a call for the Super Zeds. Let's see here. So we have the Suburban track right here. We have, oh, that's a 9 strength. That's not good. We want to take him out. This is only a 2 strength. That's pretty easy. Now there are 6 hits per Zed, and the number is actually when you do the hand-to-hand combat. Now, obviously, the higher, the worse. Okay, there we go. Cool. So that's all set up now. Yep. Okay. And then, let's see, we have our heroic civilians. Yep, got that right here. Cool. Help card here. Okay, so here's how the sequence of play goes. We draw an event card. We don't do the 4R because we're not in level 2. We do the infection phase, which is down here. We do... Okay. Then we'll do the Zeds phase, then we'll do the action phase, and then we'll do the housekeeping phase. And as we go through, you'll see how it works out. It's pretty easy once we go through. So let's see here. With that, that is all set up now. Yep, I got everything else I need in my little container right here. And then I'll get my action tokens out here. And we are all set up to go. So this was the introduction. Next video we'll start, and I'll probably set it up for 4 videos. So we'll, if we get to it. So Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, and Act 4. Couple of things. If the Zeds make it into here, it's game over as soon as they move it, and there's no back. There's no defense. There's nothing like that. So yeah, it's kind of crazy when it comes to that. We can do there's some actions that each player can do, things like that. So we'll have to see how we'll see how that goes. So with that, I'm going to say I will see you later. See you on the next video when we start to play. Thanks.